beautiful friends. All right, I'm just gonna hang in there a minute, see if anybody joins live. So today we are talking about the heart chakra. This is a good one. This is a really, really good one. And perfect timing too, because we have a full moon coming that is really going to, the power of that full moon is really going to help heal some heart chakra issues. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and dive in. So I'm not going to do a meditation at the beginning because I have a little exercise that I'm going to share with you guys at the end that you can do with the full moon energy. As you can see, I'm pretty plain-faced today. I had a bit of an eye issue about a week ago, and I got to take it easy with that right now. Okay, so the heart chakra. In Sanskrit, it is called the Anahata. And this is the midpoint of the 7 chakras, and it's also the midpoint in the body. So it is considered a gateway to the higher consciousness. Okay, so at a glance, the heart chakra. Hi, I see people coming in. Hello, hello. So at a glance, the heart chakra, good morning, Kayla. So the color associated with the heart chakra is green. The key issues of this chakra is passion, tenderness, inner child issues, and rejection. So the emotional body, it affects unconditional love and compassion. The physical body is your circulation, because it's your heart. Your mental body is passion, spiritual is your devotion, and it is the element of air. So I'm going to take a quick second here, and I'm going to read you from the Crystal Reiki book. And this will tell us when the heart chakra is balanced, when it is out of balance, and when it is excessive. What you can kind of expect to happen with the heart chakra. Okay, so when the heart chakra is balanced, we are able to genuinely nurture, love, and forgive ourselves and others, and to have a healthy sense of self-worth. We are better able to live in present than be trapped in the painful memories of the past. We are generous, but not to a fault. We have healthy emotional boundaries and balanced interpersonal relationships. We are in tune with our feelings and needs, and are willing to honor them as well as respect those of others. We are able to engage in and maintain loving, compassionate relationships with animals and the natural kingdom. We feel secure in trusting ourselves and our decisions. We maintain a good level of cardiovascular health, equilibrium in our internal systems. Oh, you're wearing your butterfly, Kayla. Yay. Oh, hi, Trina. Thanks for popping in. Enjoy getting your hair done. All right, so when a heart chakra is deficient / blocked, we may feel depressed, heart heavy. I don't know if anybody's ever experienced that, but I know that I have. I've actually had to have my heart checked out a few times because my heart actually used to be in pain a lot. But there's no medical reason for my heart to hurt the way that it did. And it was just all of the emotions that were trapped inside of my heart chakra that made my heart feel heavy. So we tend towards sadness, being trapped in grief or unwilling to let go of the past, letting go of past painful experiences and memories. We may be emotionally wounded, oversensitive, and afraid to trust others or be vulnerable. We may be resistant to developing love relationships. We are miserly in our choices, feelings, and behaviors, and have trouble feeling compassion or expressing kindness to others and other forms of life. We feel emotionally cold and closed off and frequently experience congestive respiratory or heart illnesses, cancers, and fatigue, and may contract viruses more easily. So we're going to get into that a little bit. I have a little bit of information about about when your emotions actually start to physically hurt the heart. And then we'll get into some things that you can do to help that as well, because I've personally experienced that, so I know what that's all about. And then when a heart chakra is excessive, so excessive is when it has too much energy into that chakra, meaning that like the wheel chakra is Sanskrit for wheel, so that means that the wheel is spinning way too fast and the energy isn't getting distributed properly. So sometimes it gets stuck in multiple chakras with high energy with just nowhere for it to properly go. So when the heart chakra is excessive, we desperately need to feel loved, accepted, and approved of by others in order to have some sense of self-worth. We're very vulnerable to gossip and criticism. We overgive in terms of time, help, charity, and emotional support, often in violation of our own emotional boundaries. Hello. And to neglect our own feelings and needs. We always put other people, things, and obligations first. We feel acute emotional pain when witnessing, thinking, or hearing about harm to animals or the environment, to the point where we're experiencing more of our own pain than that of empathy. Our emotions are triggered very easily, and we seek out confirmation from others rather than trusting our own self. We are usually too trusting of others. We are prone to heart arrhythmias, heart attacks, stroke, and asthma. So I thought that was quite interesting, because the heart chakra, because of where it sits, it's literally sitting right in the center of your sternum, and your heart is just over here to the side a little bit, and then your lungs are right here. So it's very much associated with both of those. So the health issues in the heart can actually sometimes be old emotions. So I kind of touched on that. That we haven't properly healed and cleared out of our systems. So high blood pressure can be an initial sign of an underlying mental strain, often caused by bottled up stress, anger, or frustration. The health of the physical heart improves when we release past traumas, emotional pain, and we do not judge others. So that's pretty broad. That's a lot that you have to consider if you are having any of those issues. But try to keep in mind that usually a lot of the time, if there is no medical reason, then there is an emotional dis-ease that's creating the disease, right? So we need to just do whatever we can to heal that. So for me personally, when I was having issues with the heart, and there was no medical reason for it, I had to do a little bit more digging to find out why this hurt so much. And it's simply because it's just bottled up emotions that hadn't been taken care of. For me personally, it had a lot to do with the relationship of my ex. But as I started to heal that, I haven't had that pain in my chest in a very long time. So just to show you on our little chart here. So this is where the heart chakra is, and it's associated with the color green. It also can be associated with the color pink as well, just depending on what it is that you need. And we'll get into the colors of it in just a little bit. So emotional issues of the heart chakra. So these are issues that can create blocks or deficiencies or excess energies. So if you're having any of these issues, then there's a good chance that there's something going on in the heart chakra that's going to need a clearing. So feeling stuck in the past, pining for an old relationship, holding on to grudges, trust issues, low self-esteem, bottled emotions, commitment issues, relationship procrastination. So when I say relationship procrastination, I'm meaning those people that are wanting a relationship or wanting to bring love into their life, but they're not doing anything to help themselves for that. That's relationship procrastination. Holding on to past traumas, such as like we have like abandonment or like any severe childhood traumas. Those can also affect the heart chakra. If you're always feeling anxious and stressed, if you push others away, and when you put yourself last and focusing on others, those are the things that can emotionally block the heart chakra. And if it's not taken care of, it can imprint in your body as your normal way of living, and then that can then turn into physical problems. Okay, so if we can take the following steps, we begin walking a path of increased awareness of our aura and chakras. It will nourish our mental health and many other parts of ourselves too. This is sometimes called the path of beauty. So I'm going to go through you the few steps that you need to do to get into this path of beauty, and this will help to start a healing in the heart chakra. So first off, you want to seek medical advice if you are in great mental anguish. So if there is just way too much going on in your brain and you don't even know how to help yourself at this point, then you need to seek help. So whether that be a therapist or a psychologist, or if you have ever had a Reiki treatment and you enjoy Reiki, Reiki can really help with that too. If you need talk therapy, then there are life coaches out there as well, myself included. I'm a spiritual coach, so we can always discuss any of those issues that are going on for you as well. The next part that you want to do is to begin a path of understanding about which types of therapy or counseling that can help you. So when you explore those things, really take the time to think about what it is that's going to be most comfortable for you, what's going to be the most comfortable for you to share. When we put out a message into the universe that we need help, if it is for your highest good, the universe will show you the path that is going to work for you the best. All right, and then lastly, start to practice some techniques that will increase energy levels and self-esteem. So that can be like the meditations that I provide for you guys, or going online and finding meditations that work for you. Sound therapy is really good. That's something that I do want to get into and talk about with you guys very soon. As soon as I'm done this chakra system, I'm probably going to start getting into sound therapy and how and why that works. And then there are so many tools, and I have shared a lot of them with you guys here in these video series. So just take the time to think about those things as well, right? So the main point that you need to think about when you're trying to get yourself into this path of beauty is, this is something that should always be in the back of your mind, is if you cannot love yourself, you cannot love others. And that is so true. And that's something that I used to think was like just such a silly thing to even say or think. But in all honesty, it is so true. Because if you can't love yourself to a certain capacity, then that's the capacity of the love that you have to give to others as well. So think about like your relationships, your children, your whatever it is. If you are not 100, if your cup is not filled, you cannot pour from your cup to give to others, because that's going to leave you depleted. It's going to leave you empty, and it's going to create a block or an excess in energy in your heart, because you will be putting yourself last and always putting others first, and that is not something that's going to be helpful for anybody in the long run. Okay, so let's get into the crystals that you can use to activate the heart chakra. So I don't have this one, unfortunately, but it is like, it's a very beautiful little light colored green stone called Peridot. And hold on, I got a little thing to read about it. I just saw my note. Hold on. All right, so Peridot. Nature has given us the gift of this high energy gemstone, which is known as chrysosolite and ovaline. Its colors range from brownish green to a bright clear green, and is the latter that is used to activate the heart chakra. Peridot activates anahata, heart chakra, in diverse ways. It's regarded as a cleansing stone capable of clearing out toxins from the aura and the physical body. On a physiological level, it assists negative emotions that may originate from the heart, such as jealousy, envy, hate, and anger, and helps move these emotions through the chakra. It can therefore be seen as the stone of relationships, easing away negative emotions that hold us back from truly loving and replacing them with compassion, love, and calmness. So there's a couple of ways that you can actually use this stone to help you activate the heart chakra. You can actually put a few small pieces of the stone into a glass of water, let it set for a few hours, and then drink the water, obviously being very cautious of the gems that are at the bottom of the cup. And what that does, it just fills the water with the vibration and the energy of that stone that actually directly relates to activating the heart chakra. Okay, and then next we have Pink Topaz. Pink Topaz is great for dispersing old patterns of disease that are held in the auric field relating to the heart. Pink or lavender kunzite, it heals pain of broken relationships or loss through death, assists the grieving process, calming to the heart by bringing increased levels of compassion to the auric field, and it can help lift depression and calm panic attacks. How amazing is that? And then next I do have this one. This is called Rondite. Okay, so my piece is mainly black, but you can see that it's got like some pink in it as well. And this is used to clear out unwanted energies and to calm the heart because of its iron content, which is the black parts here. It grounds you, and then it enables deeper work to take place to move towards unconditional love. So it's also grounding your energy, but then because of that beautiful pink that's in it as well, that's going into your heart space, that's allowing to heal those things. Okay, so this is also known as the first aid crystal for shock. So if you have anything that has happened to you that's creating a shock in your system, whether it be the sudden injury or illness of a loved one, the passing of a loved one, remember this can be animals too. If you've had an animal that has passed recently, this can really help with the grief of that. And all you have to do, the way that it helps you with shock, is just simply by holding it or having either a crystal or a Reiki healer use it during their healing to really help you overcome those feelings of grief. And it's also beneficial to have it near your body if you frequently suffer from panic attacks. Right, and then to balance the heart chakra, there's Watermelon Tourmaline. So it's kind of the way that it sounds. Like it's usually, you find it in like circular pieces, or you can find them in slabs as well. But it looks like a little watermelon because it'll be green on the whole outside and then it's pink in the middle. And the green part brings life force energy, so vitality, into the body, while the pink harmonizes and reconciles opposites and confusion about sexual roles. Next we have Green Adventurine. It's such a beautiful stone. It's got such a beautiful little sparkle and shimmer to it. Green Adventurine both calms and balances the heart and the lungs. So really, when you're talking about the heart chakra, anything green and anything pink is going to help. So if you don't necessarily have these stones, then that's okay. Just grab whatever green or pink stone that you have and then just kind of set the intention in the stone. So the way to set the intention with the stone is just kind of hold it in both of your hands and just be like, I'm calling upon the stone to bring healing for my heart today. Just anything that I can do to help clear out old stagnant emotions. Thank you very much for helping me with this today. And then you can go ahead and hold it, or you can place it on the heart chakra and lay down for a meditation. Any of those things. And then lastly, we have rose quartz. So rose quartz is one of my favorites. It's actually one of the first crystals that I spotlighted on my blog. So if you haven't read that, go check out my blog, because I do have something specifically about rose quartz. So there is a little bit more information in the blog than I can share with you today. But this stone brings friendship and love. In meditation, it will take you through opening the different levels of the heart and find ways to connect you with your inner cosmic child. In the physical body, it can aid sexual and emotional imbalance and increase fertility. All right, and then some essential oils that you can use to help you with balancing and activating the heart chakra. First up is rose. Again, I did mention this, I think, maybe in the last video or one of the previous videos. Rose oil, it is very, very important that if you are going to purchase rose oil, that you are purchasing pure therapeutic grade. The reason why that's so important is because there are so many perfume rose out there, and it is not the same. It does not have the healing properties because it is a different chemical compound. So therefore, it's not going to work in the same way that it is intended to if we're using a pure oil. So the pure oil, this oil moves the energy of passion to unconditional love. It is an antidepressant following bereavement or the breakdown of a relationship. So if you have grief going on, it's really great to pair it with... Sorry, there was one of the stones there that was for grief. Right, the rondite. So you can pair your rose oil with your rondite. So just hold on to it and then have your rose oil either diffusing or put it on your pulse points on your body. And then it can really help you if you are grieving either the loss of somebody or the loss of a relationship. Melissa, I don't have this one either. This is also an expensive oil. So again, you're going to want to make sure that it's pure therapeutic grade, just because there's a lot of knockoffs out there. So you want to be very, very careful with that. If you ever want information on pure therapeutic grade oils, you can reach out to me. I am also a doTERRA essential oil distributor as well, wellness advocate. So I can definitely help you out with that if that's something that you're interested in. But Melissa benefits the physical and the spiritual heart. So it can help you on both of those levels. So not only is it going to help you with the physical ailments that your heart may be feeling, but it's also going to help you with the emotional ailments that your heart is feeling that might be creating further disease in your body. It's recommended for symptoms of shock or grief as well. It lowers blood pressure, so if you are somebody that has issues with blood pressure, then Melissa oil can help lower that for you. And it has a sedative effect, and it strengthens the heart. So I'm just going to show you really quickly the few yoga poses that you can do to help activate the heart chakra. And then I'm going to get into a really beautiful little fun exercise that has to do with the full moon that's coming on December 12th. So make sure you stay tuned for that, because it's really awesome. All right, let's see. So the first yoga pose here is the cobra. Okay, so you start here, and then you slowly lift up your body until you're all the way up, and you just bring it all up. And what that's doing is that's opening up the chest space all the way across. And that's going to help open up the heart chakra, because all too often, especially nowadays and age, we're hunched over, and we kind of got our bodies over our hearts. We're not allowing that out. We're not getting any of the energy to come out. So it's helping you to just lift it and raise it up and out. Okay. And then next is the head to knee forward bend. Okay, so this is working on the back part of the heart chakra. So that's going to allow all of that to open up, because even though it's a wheel, it's kind of also a cone. So it comes out the front and the back of us, and that's where the energy center is. So sometimes it's really important to make sure that we're opening up the back so that it can help release the heart chakra as well. And then lastly, this is one that I probably couldn't do just because I'm not flexible enough. But of course, when it comes to yoga poses, you just do the absolute best that you can. Do not overstretch it, because you can really hurt yourself. So first, you start off on the floor with your back arched, okay? And then what you want to do is you want to cross your legs and you want to bring your feet up, okay? And that's just really helping to open up the heart right there. And then it's giving you this beautiful curvature so that it just really helps expand it and open it upwards. I need to get down first, yeah. All right, so I really love how the universe really puts things together and how things always seem to fall into place, because I've been working on this chakra system lessons for you guys, and today the heart chakra just happened to land a few days before our full moon. So it's super duper exciting, because the full moon is going to be falling on December 12th, so that's 12/12. And for those of us in the eastern side of North America, it's also happening at 12:12 a.m. So just to talk about the number a little bit about that, because when we look at the number 12, so 1 + 2 = 3, and 3 is all about joy. All right, so this is a very joyful full moon, and it's looking to really help the heart, because unconditional love needs joy to exist. Okay, we cannot love unconditionally if there is no joy in our heart, because it closes us off to what true, like, unconditional love is all about if there's no joy there, right? So this moon energy is totally bringing forth that that joy, trying to bring out that childlike joy for us. So this full moon is a Gemini moon. So those of you that know anything about astrology, we all know that Gemini is the twin, or it can be like the dual personality, right? So when we're thinking about that with the full moon, we need to consider that there is a very good chance that you may be faced, like you may find yourself torn between a decision. You're going to have two options, and you're going to find yourself very torn on what to do. And the reason that you're going to feel torn about what to do is because it is a Gemini moon. That means that there's always going to be two. There's going to be something for you to decide from. There's going to be something that's going to force you to It's going to force you to make decisions, okay? But even though we have to make decisions, just know that whatever decision it is that you make is going to be for your highest good, because we never make the wrong decision. It's either we make a decision where we're going to learn a lesson, or we make a decision that's going to help make things better. So this moon is going to allow a clearing of old emotions and cycles that have been keeping us away from unconditional love. All right, and the heart chakra is all about unconditional love. So I'm so excited about the timing of this. It's just perfect. It's important to allow the release so it's not carried with you into the new year. And we're also going into a new decade. So that's also really, really exciting. So you need to ask yourself, like, are there any patterns or habits that I want to let go of that I don't want to bring into the new year with me? So reflect on that a little bit and see what it is that you are looking to get rid of. And that'll be something really good for you to do during the full moon to help bring that energy to release it. So use this moon's energy to solidify your commitment to self-care, relaxation, and restoration. If you've been experiencing issues in relationship, this moon may accelerate either direction. So that means it's going to accelerate either the separation, or it's going to accelerate your boundary setting so that you can have a happy and fulfilled relationship. All right, so the Heart Chakra full moon meditation. So these are the things that I'm going to want you to do after you've already asked yourself like what it is that you're looking to let go, just so that you can bring that into the meditation with you. So it's something that you're going to want to do before you get into meditation. So step 1, you're going to place your hands over your heart like this. And if you do happen to have a piece of rose quartz, you want to put that in the hand that's going to be closest to the body like that. And just put the other hand on top of it. Okay, and then you're going to do the breath work that I did with you last week. So we're going to do it 10 times. You're going to breathe in for a count of 4 and release for a count of more than 4. And then step 2, you're going to say this I am statement 10 times. You're going to say I am love. Okay, and then your 4th step is say out loud, I give permission for any emotions that is no longer serving me to leave my body now. And if you have discovered that there is a pattern or a habit that you want to let go of, you can also include that here. So for me personally, I would like to really quit smoking soon. So what I'm going to say is I give myself permission for any emotions that is no longer serving me to leave my body now. Any emotions that are associated with the habit that I'm looking to release, so with the smoking that I'm looking to release, I ask that you leave my body now. Okay, and then number 5, you're going to say out loud, I give permission for old habits and cycles to end. So again, if you do have a specific thing, then put that in there, okay? So I give permission for my smoking habit to end. Okay, and then step number 6, you're going to do the breath work again 10 times. So in for a count of 4, out for a count of more than 4. So even if that's 5, just really make sure that you're emptying your lungs just as best as you can, getting it all out, getting it all empty. Okay, and then number 7 is to set your intention for the month. So when we're setting an intention, it's just whatever that we want to bring in for the month. So if this month we just want to bring in unconditional love, then just say this month my intention is that I am going to bring in unconditional love to myself and to the relationships around me. Whatever it is that you're looking to do. If you need help with like wordage of the intention, then reach out to me. I'm happy to help you with that. Okay, then number 8. If you do have a stone in your hand, you're going to put it down now. And step number 8, you're going to raise your hands from your heart up into the sky and just point them upwards, kind of like this. And say, I release you all to the universe. So whatever it is, if it's the emotions, if it's the old habit, if it's the cycle, if it's the pattern, I release you now to the universe. Okay, and then bring your hands back down to your heart and just say, thank you, universe, for taking anything away that doesn't serve me right now. And then your last and final step after the meditation is done, I want you to take 10 minutes to free write about the experience. Make sure that you're writing down anything that came up that needs further healing, if there's any past traumas that kind of come up that you had forgotten about that need to be healed, any of those things, make sure you're writing them all down. And then if you need help with that, and you need like how you can help sort through that emotion, or like, or the cycle or the habit or whatever it is, you can feel free to reach out to me, and I'm happy to help you, assist you with any tools that I might be able to extend your way, to help you with that. But in all honesty, like, the best thing that you can do is having some Reiki treatments, because that's what's going to help clear out the chakras the best. And understand that, especially when it comes to the heart, because there are so many things that are in the heart chakra that's associated with the heart chakra, it's not hard for the energy level to be brought back down in the heart. So it's kind of something that is going to be a consistent work that needs to be done. But once you get like a few Reiki sessions in you, and you're starting to feel good and things are starting to feel balanced again, then that's when you can really start reaching to the stones and carry them with you all of the time, so that those daily life things aren't affecting your chakras as much as they used to. And when you get yourself into a place of unconditional love, then it's really easy to not allow other people's energies into you, because you're coming from a place of unconditional love. So if somebody else is having a bad day, instead of taking that on and then you starting to have a bad day, you have that unconditional love about you, where you just send them love, but you're still able to keep yourself separate from their energy. And that's really, really important, especially as you start doing this self-care work, because you're raising yourself up vibrationally, and it's really easy for people that aren't quite high on the vibration scale to kind of bring you back down a little bit. It's perfectly normal, but it's just being able to recognize and acknowledge when those things are happening, and then reach out to your tools to help you, whether that be your crystals, whether that be me as a spiritual coach or Reiki practitioner, or whether that be your essential oils, or whether that be all of it, right? Because it's all going to help. All right, I'm just going to take a quick second to have a drink, and then if there's any questions, I would love to help you with them. So bring out any questions you might have. And it doesn't have to be just directly related to the heart chakra. If it's like breaking cycles, breaking patterns, breaking habits. I mean, I still have habits that I need to break, but I know that a lot of that is by stagnant emotions that I haven't healed yet. But any questions at all, I'm here for you. Oh, Kayla, yoga is so fun. And if you want to do something that's really going to give you some massive shift fast, you should look up Kundalini yoga. I know I've said this before. I think I might have brought it up in the last video. I'm not sure if you watched that one, Kayla, but Kundalini yoga is a mantra yoga. And it's really good for helping raise your vibration. And they work with the chakra system in the Kundalini yoga as well. So there's different mantras, and there's different things that you can say and hum that match certain vibrations of certain chakras that can actually help to start the clearing process. It's so amazing. So Kayla says, I've learned a lot of things about myself over the last few weeks, good and bad. I really enjoy your meditations and exercising. I'm really learning the self-care. That's beautiful, Kayla. Thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate that you shared that. Because sometimes it feels like I'm doing this for almost nobody. I know you're always here, Kayla, but it's so good to have the feedback that it's helping people, because that's really what my goal with all of this is. It's just to help people live better lives and feel good about themselves, and acknowledge the stuff that isn't so good, but then start a healing journey, right? Because it's so powerful. It's so beautiful. So like I've done previously, I'm going to write out this exercise for you guys in a separate post. So then you can let me know December 13th how it all went for you. All right. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions come up, so I just want to thank Kathy and Kayla for being here today, and anybody that catches the replay. I really do appreciate you spending the time with me and learning about the different chakras and like what kind of effects it might be having for you, and how you can start helping yourself and healing yourself, right? So I know I've said this before, and I promise you I am going to get it out very soon, but I do have some packages that I've put together for numerology and coaching, and then, sorry, excuse me, and then I also have some discounted Reiki for you to give as gifts or to give for yourself. Because really it's a beautiful experience for people to have. And this year for Christmas, for some reason, I'm just really feeling the whole experience thing over gifts. Like, I'm feeling that experiences are more important than gifts right now, because I mean, a gift can sit on your shelf and collect dust for a little while. It may not always get used or looked at, but when you have an experience, that's something that lasts, right? So a good example about that is my oldest sister actually took me to an event on Saturday in Toronto, and I got to meet one of my favorite mentors slash authors. Her name is Gabby Bernstein, and it was actually her book, The Universe Has Your Back, that catapulted my journey into what I'm doing now. When I read that book almost 2 years ago, it like completely flipped my world upside down, and it made me start searching, really had me searching for alternative ways of taking care of myself, because I did have a lot of anxiety, I had a lot of depression, and as I said in the beginning of this video, I was actually having heart problems. It felt like it was heart problems, but I medically didn't have a heart problem. So it was just like, okay, so why does my heart like actually physically ache if there's nothing wrong with my heart? Like, that was really scary to me, because I mean, the heart is the center of your life. If your heart doesn't work, you don't work, right? Like, you don't exist. So it was really scary for me having those issues, but as I started learning about energy work and emotions and how it gets stored, it's just like, wow, okay. So that's where that is. That's where that's coming from. This pain and this ache that's in my heart is not a physical issue. It's an emotional issue. And then that just like snowballed into this whole thing where I started learning about Reiki, started learning about numerology, crystal healing, oracle cards, angel healing, like so many things. I've learned so much over the last year. It's unreal. You would like more information on the Kundalini Yoga, Kayla? Absolutely. Alright, so I think I'm going to end the video now for joining, and Kayla, I will message you as soon as I finish up here, and I'll talk to you about that. Plus, I am still waiting for your feedback on your Reiki session as well that we had a couple weeks ago. So I would love to connect about that, and yeah, we'll be chatting soon.